You've been patient, you've been praying, you've been silently surviving storms no one even saw. But now something feels different. It's like the air around you is shifting and you're wondering, is Allah about to give me what I've been waiting for? Listen carefully, because before Allah gives you something big, He whispers it through subtle signs. Not everyone sees them, but if you do, your entire life is about to change. Sign 1, your life feels out of control, but it's actually falling into place. Everything around you is falling apart. You try to hold on, but nothing stays. People you thought would never leave suddenly go silent. Opportunities you worked hard for vanish right when you needed them most. It feels like life is spinning out of control, and deep inside you start wondering, did I do something wrong? Is Allah angry with me? But the truth is, this isn't a punishment. It's a divine realignment. Allah is not pushing you away. He's pulling you out of places you were never meant to stay in. What you called loss was actually protection. What you saw as rejection was a redirection, because sometimes the blessings we ask for can't reach us until the wrong things are cleared out of the way. So Allah starts removing the people who don't truly care for you. He delays plans that would have drained your energy. He closes doors that look good but would have crushed your soul. And it hurts because you don't see the full picture yet. But He does. He sees the traps you didn't notice. He hears the conversations behind your back. He knows the weight of what you were holding. So He takes it not to break you, but to build you. Because sometimes, before Allah gives you a palace, He has to destroy the prison you built with your own hands. The prison of wrong attachments, the prison of false hopes, the prison of thinking you knew what was best. So if your life feels like it's falling apart right now, maybe it's actually falling into place. And maybe, just maybe, what you thought was the end is actually the beginning of something far greater than you ever prayed for. Sign 2. You feel extremely tired, but it's not physical. You feel it in your chest. A strange kind of emptiness, like something is missing, but you can't explain what. You're surrounded by people, but you still feel alone. You laugh, but it doesn't reach your heart. You pray, but it feels quiet. It's not sadness. It's not depressions. It's just this deep emptiness, and it scares you. You start wondering, why do I feel this way? Did I lose something? Am I becoming distant from Allah? But here's something no one talks about. Before Allah gives you something big, He empties you first. He clears space inside your heart. He removes the noise. He takes away the things that distracted you. Because when your heart is full of everything else, there's no room left for the real blessing. This emptiness you feel, it's not a punishment. It's a sacred pause, a moment of preparation. Think about it. Before a cup is filled with clean water, it has to be emptied of the old. Before a tree bears fruit, it has to lose its leaves. Before the sun rises, the world is at its darkest. And that's exactly what's happening to you. You're being emptied so that when the gift comes, you'll be ready for it. So that when the blessing enters, your heart won't be too distracted to receive it. Allah knows you've been patient. He knows you've cried quietly at night. He knows you've tried to stay strong when no one else could see your pain. And now He's preparing the perfect space inside you for what's coming next. So if you feel empty right now, don't panic. Don't think it means something's wrong. It actually means something beautiful is near. Because Allah doesn't place something precious into a heart that isn't ready. And the emptiness you feel is the final proof that the gift is closer than you think. Sign 3, you start losing friends, support, and noise. At first, you think it's just a phase. People stop checking in. Conversations dry up. The group chats go silent. And one by one, the ones you thought were permanent start fading. Some leave quietly, some leave with drama. But either way, you're left alone, and in that silence, you begin to wonder, what did I do wrong? Why is everyone disappearing right when I need support the most? But here's what most people don't realize. Before Allah gives you something big, He removes the people who can't handle what's coming. You're not being abandoned. You're being refined. You're being elevated. And not everyone was meant to rise with you. Some friendships were only meant to teach you a lesson, not walk the whole journey with you. Some people were a chapter, not the whole book. And when Allah sees that you've outgrown a relationship, He doesn't wait for you to let go. He removes it Himself. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's confusing. But sometimes the ones you missed the most were actually holding you back the most. Not because they were evil, but because their presence was too loud for you to hear your own growth. When you're surrounded by noise, you miss the whispers of your own soul. You miss the whispers of Allah. So He clears the room. He silences the noise. He removes the distractions because what's coming, your next chapter, requires focus. It requires you to walk alone so you can discover the strength you forgot you had, so you can reconnect with the one who never leaves. Allah, because sometimes the loneliness you fear is actually the protection you needed. The silence, it's sacred. The disconnection, it's divine. And the people who left, they didn't break you, they freed you. So if your life feels quiet right now, if you're walking alone, just know you're not being left behind. You're being prepared because the blessing that's coming is so big, so heavy, so sacred. It needs space. It needs silence. It needs a stronger, quieter, deeper version of you. And that version of you is being built right now in solitude. Sign 4. You keep seeing repeating numbers, words, or themes. You're scrolling through your phone and a verse about patience pops up. Then you hear the same verse in a random lecture. Later that night, someone brings it up in conversation. You weren't looking for it, but it keeps appearing over and over again. Or maybe you keep seeing the same number. Every time you check the clock, it's 11:11. Every license plate, every receipt, every random corner of life keeps repeating the same symbols. And something inside you whispers, this isn't random, because it's not. Allah speaks to the heart in quiet, gentle ways. And one of those ways is repetition. When you keep seeing the same word, the same quote, the same theme, it's not a coincidence, it's a message. But not everyone will understand it, because divine signs aren't shouted, they're whispered. And only those who are paying attention will hear them. Allah is guiding you gently. And instead of using thunder or earthquakes, He uses patterns. He uses familiarity. He knows what will catch your heart, what will make you pause, what will make your soul lean in. It's His way of saying, look closer. I'm showing you something. Because when your life is about to shift, when something big is being prepared for you, Allah starts waking you up through your surroundings. It could be a phrase that haunts you, a surah that follows you, a dream that keeps returning, a word that keeps echoing, and it makes you feel like the universe is trying to tell you something. But it's not the universe. It's your Lord, the one who created every atom, every moment, every sign. And sometimes the sign isn't just in what you see. It's in how it makes your heart react. A chill down your spine, tears without explanation, a sense of deep peace in the middle of a storm. That's how Allah lets you know you're not crazy. You're being guided. So don't ignore the signs. Don't call them just a coincidence, because if something keeps showing up in your life and it stirs something in your soul, that's not random. That's a divine thread pulling you toward your destiny. Follow it, because it might be leading you straight into your next blessing. The one your soul has been waiting for. Sign 5. You experience delays that make no sense. You did everything right. You prayed. You planned. You prepared. You stayed patient. You waited your turn. And still nothing. You were sure this was the moment. Everything looked perfect. The job was lined up. The person felt right. The opportunity was finally here. And then without warning, it slipped through your fingers. And you're left staring at the silence, asking, why would Allah bring me this far just to stop me now? But what if He's not stopping you? What if He's protecting you? Delays are some of the hardest signs to accept, because they come when your heart is full of hope and when that hope gets paused, it doesn't just hurt. It shakes your faith. You start questioning everything. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe this dua wasn't meant to be answered. But here's the truth. You can't see in the moment. Delays aren't punishments. They're protection with hidden wisdom. Allah knows what's in your future. He sees the hidden storms behind what you think is a blessing. He hears conversations you weren't meant to hear. He knows the weight of what you're asking for and whether it would lift you or crush you. And sometimes He delays you not to deny you, but to develop you. Because what you're asking for comes with responsibilities your current version can't carry. So Allah pauses the blessing while He upgrades the person receiving it. He wants you to grow stronger, wiser, more grateful, more connected to Him, because if He gives it too early, you might misuse it, you might lose it, or worse, it might pull you away from Him. So He delays not to punish, not to frustrate, but to perfect the timing, because Allah's timing is always beautiful, always calculated, always full of mercy. And sometimes He delays the thing you want to give you, the thing you need, which might be peace or clarity or protection or growth. So if your life feels stuck right now, if the doors just won't open, if everything you planned keeps getting postponed, it's okay. You're not forgotten. You're not failing. You're not being left behind. You're just being prepared for something so good that if it came right now, you wouldn't believe it was for you. But it is. And it's on its way. Just not yet. Because Allah doesn't just give gifts. He gives them at the perfect moment when your heart is truly ready to receive them. Sign 6. You feel an urge to change, but you don't know why. You wake up one day and something feels different. You can't explain it. There's no dramatic event, no crisis, no breakdown. But your soul starts whispering, I don't want to live like this anymore. Suddenly the things you used to love, the habits, the people, the distractions don't feel the same. You're not interested in gossip. You start feeling guilty about music that once played on repeat. You crave silence. You crave purpose. You want to declutter your room. You want to clean your heart. But when people ask what's wrong, you don't have an answer, because nothing's wrong. Something is just changing. That unexplained urge to pray again, to wear hijab, to lower your gaze, to stay off social media, to delete old contacts, to open the Quran, that pull, it's not random. That's Allah touching your soul gently, quietly, but powerfully. And you don't know what triggered it. But deep down, you feel like you're being called to something higher. It doesn't mean you're suddenly perfect. You still slip. You still struggle. But now you care. Now you feel it. Now your sins don't sit comfortably anymore. And that discomfort, that restlessness in your soul, that's not a breakdown.